If the cashier has to go through more than 3 steps to get to something, probably should refactor what you're doing on the UI. Hi, I'm Zack with Fast Tracks. So today, we're going to go over POS panel design tips. Let's get into it. So I'm an advocate for basic design. If the cashier has to go through more than 3 steps to get to something, probably should refactor what you're doing on the UI. So if they have to touch 3 separate buttons to sell an item, chances are they're not going to sell that item. They're just going to use item search or sell an alternate item instead. So with that in mind, make sure you're using your POS sell item buttons appropriately. A lot of people don't realize the sell item button can be used to sell multiple items. To do that, on the sell item button, choose manage and then choose UPC. From here, you can select more than one item to be added to the list. So instead of the button selling a single item, it'll prompt the cashier for which item to sell. Additionally, I'm an advocate for color coordinating everything. For instance, all your negative actions are red. All the navigation buttons are green. All the sell buttons are red, and so on and so forth. This helps the cashier quickly and easily identify the button type. You should also keep consistent locations across all your panels. For instance, the keypad, in our case here, it's in the center. And you'll notice as we navigate from panel to panel, the keypad stays in the center when it's present. Also, the main navigation button is on the bottom right. In most screens, this will be the subtotal button. On other screens, it may be a return to main screen button. But in either case, it's always on the bottom right. Recently, we've added a new security feature to the POS. All buttons now, there's an employee group permission. If you turn this on, you can choose which employee groups can access a button. So think about this. What it allows you to do is to have unparalleled permissions. Before, each button had its own permission that had to be set in the UI. Now you can create a group such as managers, district managers, even assistant managers, and they can each have buttons such as a discount button or a payout button that only they can access without having to go in and check mark each button individually. So once it's set on the group, it applies to all of those. Another design tip is the ability to launch any application or website from within the POS screen. To do this, you would drop an open website button and point it to the URL, or drop an open local program button and point it to the application. This allows you to semi-integrate other applications with the POS, and the cashier never has to leave the register screen. For instance, if you use a third-party time clock program, a lot of times the cashier has to close POS, navigate to a website, and then log in from there. Now you can drop the open website button and they can do it from right within the POS. So that was a few design tips for the POS. Hopefully you learned something. Thanks for stopping by.